Do you feel worthy? Why or why not? What is stopping you from feeling worthy? This is the number one most common belief, is feelings of unworthiness and not feeling good enough, not feeling like we measure up, especially for those members of the LGBTQ plus community, NB, transgender, bisexual, gay. I see a lot of this in this specific population, being a member of this community, that there are specific feelings of unworthiness and not feeling good enough because you don't adhere to the standard template. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and I help people to find their center. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and I help people to find their center. In this video, I'm going to talk with you about feeling worthy for those members of the LGBTQ plus community, for those people with ADHD, autism, people with special needs. This video is for you. For those star seeds, light workers, shadow workers out there, that the most common belief that I see is feeling unworthy. And I'm here to challenge that today. I've been spending some time, especially today, I was listening to a very dear friend's audiobook. His name is Rogelio Diaz. Check him out on social media. And it got me to ask the question, do I feel worthy? Why or why not? What is stopping me from feeling worthy? And it got me to go within, and it got me to reflect. And as a member of both communities of the special needs and LGBTQ plus community, being the trans man, and these are just labels, the most common misconception is feeling unworthy and feeling not good enough. Those are two super common things. And that has to do with an imbalance in our ego, an imbalance in our collective consciousness, especially here in the United States. A lot of people here in the United States are dealing with obesity, dealing with imbalances in the solar plexus chakra, which is where worthiness and desire comes from. It comes from shame. It comes from shame of not feeling enough, feeling good enough. And it's illustrated either by being too skinny, or you may be a little overweight. You may be skinny fat with a little bit of a belly. And that belly is linked to the solar plexus chakra. And I'm here to challenge that belief today. I'm here to challenge that belief and tell you, you are worthy, complete, and whole as you are. You just need to start to identify and ask yourself the question, who said that you're not worthy? Whose blueprint are you trying to live up to that says that you're not worthy because you've came out as gay, because you're transgender, because you're NB, because you're autistic, or a starseed, or whatever? There's a collective blueprint that we've all agreed to, especially here in the United States, about we see somebody advertised on a magazine, especially social media. We're comparing ourselves to others. We have some rule in our mind, or some belief or blueprint, even from a young age, that most likely from our parents and our peers, that we're trying to fulfill. But guess what? We're never going to live up to that. We're never going to live up to that expectation. That's not going to happen. We have to go within and define our own feelings of worthiness and give ourselves that validation. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take some work and effort and clearing out those blockages. But that's the number one thing. Feelings of unworthiness. I was listening to some Abraham Hicks today too, and Abraham Hicks said that the number one feeling of unworthiness is feeling plenty of negative emotion and our willingness to put up with that. Again, let me rewind. That is our feeling of that negative emotion of unworthiness and our willingness to continue to put up with that feeling. We don't know where it comes from and why we got it. But source energy, our higher self, is rooting for us. Our higher self, our creator self, is rooting for us. The whole universe is rooting for us. And the only one that's been rooting against ourselves is us. So again, it's just a habit that we've developed from a young age in childhood that says that we may have came home with a bad grade. You may have tried to express your, preferred gender, and you may have been rejected. You may have tried to express the fact that you're bisexual or pansexual, that you like members of the same sex or the opposite sex, or you may be the opposite gender. You may have expressed self-stim or expressed your starseed or lightworker self, and you were rejected because you do not fit into the history patriarchy model of the white man, cisgendered, rich man, heterosexual version of society that's been perpetuated since Roman times. And we're coming out of that cycle. We're in the cycle of the divine feminine. So we need to focus on what we want and feeling good about that, and that equals alignment. That equals vibration. That equals manifestation. So I believed for a long time that I wasn't worthy or good enough because I was transgender, because I was a member of the trans community and of the special needs community. So anytime at a young age I would go to express my masculine energy, anytime I would just go be myself, because I wasn't adhering to the template of a female, of being quiet, or this is just how females behave. This is because I didn't adhere to that template. I was rejected, and I thought myself unworthy because I couldn't measure up to that template of what the magazines and society said that a female should be. But guess what? I was a man in a female's body, and I'm never going to measure up to what anybody else's standards are. I am worthy, whole, and complete as I am right now. I'm telling you, you are worthy and complete as you are, and I love you. Creator, source energy does not make mistakes. Everything here serves a purpose. You serve a purpose, or else you wouldn't exist. Your sole purpose is joy. Your sole purpose is exploration. Your sole purpose is to expand. Everything outside of that is up for debate and negotiable. You're here for a purpose. You're amazing, and I love you. And I'm here to hold up the mirror back to yourself, to show you and reflect back to you, letting go and illuminating whose blueprint are you living up to. Are you living up to your own, or are you living up to a false society's matrix version of feeling worthy? So whose expectations are you living up to, trying to measure up to, in order to feel good, in order to feel like you're enough? And thoughts, our beliefs create a feeling. Feeling creates a thought. Thoughts lead to our actions, and actions lead to results, which then fuel our beliefs. So, again, feelings of unworthiness stem from us trying to live up to false expectations appearing real, to fear, to a template that does not exist, to a template that no matter who you are, we do not measure up to, a false expectation appearing real. Fake evidence altering perception is another acronym of fear. So again, feelings of unworthiness stem from our belief that we need to do, feel, be, or have something in order to feel good. Once I have X, Y, and Z, then I'll feel good. Once I have my transition, once I have my partner, once I have enough money, once I have this, once I have that, I will feel good enough. No. Those bogus. You are enough because you exist. Now it's time to pull out those roots of unworthiness, pull out that blueprint, and create your own blueprint simply by existing, which is getting to the core of who you are, recognizing that your source energy, that your number one birthright is joy, and the expression of that, which is unique to you, and no one can tell you what that is. You have to discover that within yourself. Again, feeling worthy. You are worthy. I challenge you, and I tell you you're wrong because you do not feel good enough or worthy based on your gender identity, your sexual orientation, your, intelligence, your ability, your disability. I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. You are enough. You're enough. You're good enough. You're complete right now. The only thing you have to complete is stop putting up with these negative feelings. Stop putting up with the bullshit that tells you the narrative that you're not enough because you didn't do X, Y, and Z, because you didn't do what your parents wanted, because you're not living up to that template. And I'm here to challenge that narrative for you. So again, in order to help with that, I'm going to link down below a guided meditation about Ho'oponopono, which can help you heal your self-image. It's infused with Reiki. It's awesome. It's based on 4 simple statements that help you transform your self-image, that help you to transform and let go, release old blockages. If you listen to it for 21 days, I guarantee that your life will begin to transform and to shift. It already is. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace, much love, and sending out the good positive vibes to you. I love you. You're worthy. You're amazing. You just have to start to believe it and live up to your own blueprint. Peace, unity, namaste.